Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Give God all the glory. Welcome to the 5-Minute Facebook Ministry. My name is Anthony Daniels. Today we're coming out of the book of Luke. We're still in the 4th chapter and we're on the 34th verse. That's Luke 4 and 34. And it reads out of the King James Version. Saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. Again, saying, let us alone. What have we to do with thee, thou Jesus of Nazareth? Art thou come to destroy us? I know thee who thou art, the Holy One of God. Now, Jesus meets a man who has a spirit of an unclean devil in him. Okay, so Jesus comes upon a man who has a spirit of an unclean devil in him. And the man, or the spirit, cries out through the man in a loud voice, saying, let us alone. Let us alone. He says, let us alone. This is what the spirit says to Jesus. Let us alone. What have we to do with you? What have we to do with you on this earth? Let us alone. And then he says, have you come to destroy us? He knows, he recognizes the power that Jesus has. Even as a man, he knows that Jesus has been anointed and he has power to destroy him. So he asks, art thou come to destroy us? He said, and when he asks Jesus, have you come to destroy us? Then he recognizes that he knows who he is. I know who you are. I know who you are, the Holy One of God. See, Satan and the spirits of Satan, they know who Jesus is. They recognize his authority. They recognize his authority. This unclean spirit immediately asked Jesus, what are we to do with you? How have we bothered you? What are we to do with you? I mean, I'm not bothering you. Why? Have you come to destroy us? He recognizes that authority. And then he recognizes who Jesus is. And as Jesus walked the earth, the Pharisees and the Sadducees, the Romans, could not recognize who he was. They could not recognize who he was. We talk about having eyes but can't see and ears but can't hear. This is a prime example of what the Bible talks about. You have a man named Jesus walking the earth. He's healing the sick. He's raising the dead. He's restoring sight to the blind. He's giving hearing back to the deaf. He's casting out demons from people who've been tortured and just been out of control. They've been locked up, by these evil spirits. And with a word, he just drives the evil spirit out. And they don't recognize who he is. Not only do they not recognize who he is, they find excuses for what he's doing. They see that he's doing miraculous things. They know that he's doing miracles. But they're making excuses. Oh, he's of the devil. He's of the devil. And this is the first time in history, at least in the Bible, and that the devil has been cited for doing something good. Nowhere else in the Bible the people say that the devil's doing good things. Jesus is healing people and he's doing it because of the devil. He's driving out evil spirits because of the devil. I mean, these people are making up an excuse not to believe what they are hearing. And see, we do the same things today. We do the same things today. We make up excuses not to believe, not to recognize who Jesus Christ is. We may go to church, we may pray, we may read the Bible, but we still make up excuses to not recognize the power of Jesus Christ. We say that we can't be sin free because we're man, and God can't empower us to be sin free, but He can. He can. We have to recognize the power of God in our lives. We have to recognize who Jesus Christ is. And when we recognize Jesus Christ, we don't have to ask Him what this evil spirit asked him. The evil spirit asked him, have you come to destroy us? We know that Jesus Christ did not come to destroy us. Isn't that lovely? We know that he has not come to destroy us. He's come to save us. He's come to save us. So we can walk in that, walk with him in all his power and all his glory, his protection. He's our provider, his healing. We can walk in that. He's come to save us. He's come to save us. So let's recognize who Jesus is, just like these evil spirits did. And let's recognize his authority and his power in our lives and what he can do for us if we decide to put him first in our lives and we decide to follow him truly, live for him, and make time for everything else. Don't make time for God. Live for God. Make time for everything else. And that's all the time that I have. Hey, God bless you. God loves you, and I love you too. Have a great, wonderful day.